Welcome, loved ones. Glad to be with you. So, today our topic is choices. And I have this great ability to make choices in my life around songs. And what I mean by that is that I don't always sing songs the way they were written, I just sing my own words. So, interestingly, like when we're at the center and the peace song, there are so many variations of the peace song. And so I quite frequently tell people you can sway whatever way you want to sway, you can sing whatever word you want to sing, because it's all just a choice for the moment. There is this, we were going to do choices, and I said, oh, let's talk about the song Choices. And David said, okay, and I started singing. Choices, nothing more than choices. And then I went, oh, wait, that's feelings, nothing more than feelings. And I thought, wow, how perfect is that? Because is it feelings or is it choices? Nothing more than. And truthfully, if you're going to sit in the seat of feelings, you want to make sure that you have optimized your choice making to make sure that that feeling you're sitting in is a good one, positive.
Yeah, the truth is that we're always at choice, and there is like we can use your thinking to change your life. Use your thinking to make the choices. We're always thinking, we're always choosing every circumstance that happens around us. If we're actually creating reality through our thoughts, then you could say that we're actually creating our reality through our thoughts by the choices that we make. And even when you feel like you have no choice, you are choosing to abandon hope. And you can easily just turn it around, change your thinking, change your choices, and create a new idea in your life. And even when you've made the wrong choice, you are always at choice to make a new choice and to change everything around you and fix it. The only way we can fix a condition that we've created is to rethink it and then recreate a new idea.
Yes, that's great. So I remember David's dream car is a silver Mercedes. And so I said to him one day, you know, I sort of think that we should just have you go lease a silver Mercedes and so you can have your dream. And because one car is the same as the next car. All I can tell you about cars usually is the color of them. And so, do I like that one? Nah, I don't like the color, but I like that one because I like that color. But David, he knows exactly what he would like to have. So I said, you know what? Go lease it, and then you'll have that experience that you want. And he said,
Well, I don't know how much I really still want that. And I know at the moment I did, and that would still be maybe on my bucket list of something that I would like to do. But I think for the amount of money that I would spend on a silver Mercedes, I could probably have about 30 cruises. And I think I would rather do that.
yeah, that's the connection and the relaxation and the nature that we're in when we do that. And interestingly, when he said, that's something that's on my bucket list, that gave me a new thought too, which was about choices. If it's on his bucket list and I said, okay, now's your opportunity, let's make the choice for you to go and get that. And he goes, nah. Is it really on his bucket list?
Well, I'm planning on being here for quite a while, so that bucket list can move on down the line a little bit.
Well, so can those cruises.
Yes.
So, you know, it's interesting to look at how we make our choices and what we make for choices. And so, when David was talking about our thinking, when we find ourselves in a situation and we decide we want to make a different choice, apply the thinking to it. The same thing is true when we find ourselves in a certain feeling. When you find yourself in a certain feeling, if you want to have that experience shifted, then you have to change the thought It's not the feeling. You don't say, well, I'm feeling really down in the dumps, and so I guess I'll just be happy now. Well, you can, but that's called denial or suppression or what do they call it? The science of mind. They use this a lot, this saying, spiritual bypass. A spiritual bypass. I kind of like that term, but I don't use it too often.
I think quite often our feelings and our choices get kind of mixed together, and we let one influence the other. And I feel like we feel like we have invested so much time and effort and energy into this one direction that I chose a long time ago, and so therefore I hate to change directions and create something new, but I really do feel like I want to go in that direction instead. We're always at choice, and sometimes we're bound by the choices we've made in the past and feel we have to follow that. We don't have to constantly stay in one mode or stay in a rut necessarily, just because we made a choice to be in a rut a long time ago. Well, as soon as you have an observation or an awareness that you are in a rut, you are at choice, and you have to make a new decision of where you want to be and where you want to go. And that is, you're free to make those choices. You're always free to change where you are and allow yourself to go in different directions. We don't have to feel like, well, I've made my life and I'm moving in this direction, this is who I am. That's not necessarily true, and we do evolve in life, and sometimes what worked for us in the past doesn't work for us in the future or in the present time, and so we're allowed to make a choice. And it's important to know that God doesn't really care what our choice is. God doesn't know what's going to happen in my life until I make a decision. And as soon as I make a decision, as soon as I make a choice, the universe automatically moves in that direction to make that become manifest in my life.
Yes. And so you can play with this. You can take this to heart and realize it in your life. How? Well, I was experiencing a really sad, upsetting experience for me in my life. And so I would notice that sometimes I would start getting physically ill and start to move way down into depression. But I had a regular routine of reading spiritual text and spending time in meditation. And so I noticed that when I did not do that during the day, I would continue to stay down there in the dumps. When I would go into meditation and reading spiritual texts and remembering the truth, I would arise and I would come out of that experience feeling uplifted and feeling hopeful for the future and feeling good about it, and also creating it within my own mind the picture of the result that I desired. Whereas when I was feeling down in the dumps and distraught, I was creating over and over on the hamster wheel the negative possibilities within the situation. Now, it's important to realize that when we are practicing this, we give ourselves the freedom to look at it through the lenses of truth and love and facts, kind of all combined in one. So, in the serenity prayer, realizing that you're going to change what you can change, and you're going to be intelligent enough to realize what you cannot change. And so there are moments in our life where we cannot instantly change something, whether it's in our physical body, in finances, in relationships. And when we have those moments, we have to realize they are moments. They are moments in time. They are one pinprick in the entirety of the room. They are one star in the entire universe. They are one cell in the entire body. They are one moment in time. And somehow when we can tap back into that realization, we can allow ourselves to move into the spiritual realm of realizing peace and joy and love. And in that place, we are better able to deal with whatever we are faced in life. Choices.
Yeah, so if you're having challenges in your life right now, look around in your side of your head and determine what are the choices that you have made that have led you to this place where you are. And you're going to find that maybe the television shows or the movies that you've chosen to watch, or the articles that you've read online, or in a book, or the things that you have seen around you, and chosen to place your interest in. Maybe those are leading you into the challenges that you are having right now. See how much of those things seem to resonate with each other, and know that you are at choice to change those interests. You're at choice to change those outlooks on life and look at information around you that upholds that which you wish to experience, and put your attention on that and see how your life begins to change out of that. We quite often build walls around us because of the things that we have chosen to do and our values and what seems to be important to us. And we don't allow things to flow into us because we have built barriers because of the choices that we've made. If you can release those choices, those barriers will then begin to fall and disappear and fade, and so that new goodness can begin to flow towards you, and new ideas will begin to enter into your mind. You can say, yes, that's something I like. I'm going to choose to follow that instead.
Yes. And if we don't notice something in the physical world around us, it's another area that we can investigate is the subconscious, because some of what is going on, in fact a lot of what is going on in our lives, is coming from old tapes, old experiences that are no longer serving our highest best. And so we have the opportunity to delve into the unlimited possibilities that are within our subconscious experiences, and take a look at those gently, lovingly for ourselves, and making sure that we have a really strong support system, so that our purpose is to come out on the other side feeling the peace, the love, the joy, the serenity, the freedom that life is meant to be lived as.
Remember that 90% of your thoughts are unconscious thoughts. They're things that are bouncing around in the back of your mind. They're those old tapes that are still playing and are still running, and we haven't turned them off for some reason. And so therefore, they are influencing our lives. 90% of our thoughts, remember, change your thinking, change your life. If those old thoughts that are manipulating your life are still creating circumstances and conditions you choose not to experience, then turn off the tapes, or throw them away and release them and let them go from the nothingness from which they came, and know that you are at choice to have a new thought, a new idea, and a new life.
Yes. So we are always at choice. What are the choices you are making today? What are the choices that you desire to experience in your life? And we wish you every blessing as you move on that perfect path for you.